All right, so one of the most common questions that I get when it comes to the loungers is they get dirty. Can you clean them? How do I wash them? So there's two different things that you can do. I will tell you that the simplest way is going to be using a simple microfiber cloth, right? A damp microfiber cloth is going to get probably 90+% of the dirt and the stains off the lounger, and it'll look like new. But let's say you get some type of stain, food, you're out camping, you name it, and microfiber cloth just isn't doing the trick. Well, the good news is you can put them in the washing machine. Now, I have washed them in both the old school top load washer, which has that the agitator, as well as the high efficiency side load drum style washing machine. And I will tell you, of the two, the drum style front load washing machine, that's going to clean it way better than the washing machine with an agitator. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're just going to take your lounger out of the packet, or I should say out of the carrying case, and you're going to notice, I mean, this thing is filthy. I had it at a show. It was sitting on hard packed gravel. Just disgusting. I would not honestly sit in this anymore at this point. And so what we're going to do is we're going to get it in the washing machine, and you're going to see that by doing this, it's going to come out and it's going to look like brand new. All right. So all you need to do is just unroll it, get it in the washing machine, and then you can use any type of detergent. We use just the simple Tide pods. Okay. So you're going to take the pod, you're going to throw it in there. What I will do a lot of times too is I'll even throw the carrying bag in. Now, obviously take the kit out with the steak. You don't want to throw that in there. Get those both in there. And then all you're going to do is just put it on a normal setting. You can do it on delicate if you want, but I've had no issues using just the normal setting. We're going to get that going. And then once it's finished, I'm going to show you what you need to do to start drying it, and then that way it's ready to go, and you can get it back in the carrying bag and you're all set. All right, so now that the lounger has finished washing, the next step is to let it dry, right? And so this is something that you do not want to put in the dryer. It needs to be line dried. And preferably, if you can line dry it outside, it's going to dry much, much faster. So depending on the time of year, you want to get it outside. You want to get it in the sun, and the warmer it happens to be, the faster it will dry as well. So what we're going to do, we're out here on my deck. I'm going to hang it over the edge, and we're going to get this thing drying. Before I do, though, I want to point out, if you remember, before I put it in the washing machine, this thing was filthy, right? So if you look at the lounger now, every stain, every bit of dirt has literally been washed off of it. So that is the great thing about putting these in the washing machine, is you can get all the dirt, all the stains, doesn't matter what it is, get them completely clean, and it's going to look brand new. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang this over the edge. And what I'll typically do is I'll take the end where the opening is, the chamber openings, and I'll hang that down over the edge, so that way any water can drip off into the yard. And then, as you probably watched me do, I'm pulling this tight. I'm trying to spread it out as much as possible. I'm trying to make sure that as much surface area as possible is exposed to the sun. By doing so, that's going to get it drier much, much faster. You can see off to the side over here, I do have my, my carrying bags drying as well. So we're going to let this dry for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then I'm going to come back off camera and I'm going to flip it over. And in total, like I said, 10, 15-ish minutes, this will be completely dry, and it'll be just about ready to put back into the carrying bag. And then what I'm going to show you is the one last step that you really should take to ensure that not only the outside, but the inside of the lounger is dry, so that way there's no mold or mildew buildup. I'm going to show you what to do in order to get that dry as well. Okay, once the lounger is dry, you've had it outside, you've been line drying it, and again, how long it needs to dry really is going to depend on the temperature, the sun, do you have some wind, what have you. But generally speaking, we're talking about 10 to 15 minutes for the outside fabric to get completely dry enough that you can confidently put it back in the pouch and not worry about any type of mildew or mold or anything along those lines. However, one of the only downsides to washing the lounger in the washing machine is you will get moisture inside that inner chamber. You will get it on that plastic. And although that is not going to prevent the lounger from filling up and holding air and from you being able to relax and enjoy it, with time, if you don't dry that out, it can start to smell. It can potentially start to mildew. So you want to dry the inner chamber. And the quickest and easiest way that I found to do it is to put the lounger with the chambers open in front of a floor fan. So what you're going to do is you're just going to put it on its side. You're going to turn on a floor fan, and then what I will do is I will inflate the lounger, and then I'm going to take one of the chambers and I'm going to hook it over the fan. And if you need to, just take a book, set it on top, and that will weigh that down so that way the lounger won't blow away. That way you don't have to stand there and hold it. And in 5 to 10 minutes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to then switch chambers. I'm going to open up the other one, lip it over the top, dry that out for 5 to 10 minutes. And once you've done that, both inside and outside will be completely dry. And at that point, you can roll it up and you can put it back in its carrying bag. And if you haven't watched the video on how to put it back in the carrying bag so it fits nicely, just make sure you watch that and you'll be good to go.